If you weren't terrified of vampires before, you will be now. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 insanely powerful anime vampires.
Guess what I just caught?
For this list, we'll be looking at the bloodsuckers who sunk their teeth into anime and have unholy abilities. We're talking top tier Draculas and Draculinas here. And when you're finished with this list, why not head over to my Twitter at AshJBo and let me know what your favorite anime vampire is.
Now there is incontrovertible proof that no one on this miserable planet is stronger than me!
Number 10, Kojou Akatsuki, Strike the Blood. Oh, sure, he's the very picture of a pretty boy vampire, but instead of sparkling, he's got a whole fleet of summons in his back pocket. While possessing all the features of your average bloodsucker, including super strength and senses, Kojou's biggest advantage in battle comes from the fact he's immortal. And by immortal, we mean you can't axe this guy even if you take off his head or set him on fire. Totally unkillable. Should you push him far enough though, he won't hesitate to pull out the big guns by unleashing a series of Zodiac-themed summons that look like they belong in a Final Fantasy game. Number 9, Bloodbreeds, Blood Blockade Battlefront. While not a specific character per se, this collective of super vampires is still worth noting due to how their sheer ferocity managed to even make the likes of Klaus von Reinhardt's pause. With extensive regenerative abilities, as well as being invisible to all save for Leo's all-seeing eyes of God, facing one in combat is practically a death sentence for any unprepared souls. Even the lower-ranked enforcers like Girika and Tonio are more than capable of knocking around Libra members like ragdolls. Number 8, Yevgraf, Sirius the Yeager. What do vampires and fine wine have in common? They only get better with age.
This torrent of power flowing from me.
In Yevgraf's case, his years of experience have turned him into a being that can give even the most experienced hunter a run for their money. Aside from his superior strength and tendency to create new vampiric minions on the fly, Yevgraf has the unique talent of controlling those that he has sired from afar, turning all those who have shared his blood into his own personal puppets.
If I may, I would like you to listen to your master for once.
Throw in his expert cunning, and it's a surprise the Jaegers weren't wiped out from the start. Number 7, Rachel Alucard, Blazblue Alter Memory. While this adaptation doesn't quite manage to capture the full might of the aristocratic vampiress, it still provides a great introduction as to why you do well to remember your place when addressing her ladyship.
Now disengaging the Type 0 restraint system. The dimensional interference field will deploy anon.
Unless you're Ragnar, of course. As one of the few individuals aware of the Calamity Trigger's endless time loop, Rachel spends her days moving around the cast like chess pieces in order to finally break free of the temporal prison that all are contained in.
Well then, what is your course of action?
I am but a spectator. While others act, I merely watch their deeds for eternity.
It is a thankless task.
Of course, when persuasion doesn't work, she can always lash out with her transforming minions or the absolute defense of the Tsukuyomi unit.
Pointless. Your barrage is for naught. The Tsukiyomi is a peerless shield you cannot breach.
Number 6, Abel Nightroad, Trinity Blood. While vampires might like to think themselves as the apex of evolution, have you ever wondered if there was something a little higher up on the food chain?
Don't be alarmed. I promise the next cut won't kill you.
The answer to that comes in the form of this rather meek traveling priest, who happens to be the Vatican's secret weapon, in that he butchers up bloodsuckers and eats them for breakfast. As a Krusnik, Father Nightroad's thirst for the blood of evil creatures grants him incredible strength, as well as some handy psychokinetic abilities that can even force his foes to take their own lives. Good thing he's a repentant man, otherwise Rome would be in ashes. Number 5, Arcueid Brunestud, Lunar Legend Tsukihime. Yeah, we know, there's no Tsukihime anime. While the adaptation left a lot to be desired, at least it demonstrated just how powerful this blonde bombshell of a vampire really is. As the white princess of the true ancestors, Arcueid isn't only able to come back from the dead with ease, but also dispense dead apostles like it's going out of style. While we would have liked to see a bit more of her reality warping power, she's still Beauty and the Beast all in one, and as such is not to be trifled with. Number 4, Shalltear Bloodfallen, Overlord. Don't get us wrong, this gothic Lolita would love nothing more than to sink her teeth into some poor human and leave them as a dried up husk. But Shalltear's true power comes from her in-game arsenal. As a floor guardian, not only is her base strength and mana top-notch, but she's also revealed to have some killer tactics that even put a dent on Ainz Ulgon's defense. Summoning swarms of bats, creating a pale clone of herself, manipulating all kinds of elemental magics, this little lady is the real deal. Number 3, Dio Brando, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Long before Lord Dio was hanging out in Egypt, he was freezing limbs and playing with Jonathan Joestar's arteries. Yeah, youth with Dio was weird.
JoJo.
After being turned into a fully fledged vampire thanks to the power of the stone mask, the future king of memes wasted no time in indulging in his new dark path, mainly by draining beautiful women dry and turning whole settlements into his zombie slaves.
Live on as my body, JoJo!
Of course, that's nothing compared to the power he unleashed after taking Jonathan Joestar's body for himself, gaining the nigh unstoppable stand known as the World in the process, whose time manipulation and beastly strength was even enough to rival Star Platinum.
Time to make good on my promise! The world! Grind to a halt!
Whether it be fists or fangs, Dio always gets his mark.
Ah! I'll obliterate you! 9 seconds.
Number 2, Kiss Shot Acerola-Orion Heart-Under-Blade, Monogatari series. Ever wondered what Shinobu would look like as a stunning lady with zero mercy? Then look no further than her original form. In her prime, Kiss Shot was a beautiful being with a bottomless appetite for blood, with enough power to literally slap the skull off someone. She can bolt around at supersonic speed, is second to none when it comes to wielding her katana, even her laugh is so potent that it can cause shockwaves to break out. Good thing she got a lot of her power suppressed by Araragi, otherwise no one would be safe from her indulgence. Not quite at the end yet, almost there though. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to business. Number 1, Alucard, Hellsing Ultimate. The big daddy of vampires is just about as excessive as they come, and he loves every blood-soaked second of it.
Now, Luke Valentine, it's time to educate you on how a real vampire does battle.
A monster by every definition, he may be the final line of defense against ghouls, soldiers, and evil Catholics, but even he makes no excuse about how much he enjoys it. Whether it's plastering his foes with bullets, biting their heads off, or summoning the souls of his previous victims, only Alucard could turn the tide of a war by literally turning a bloody tide towards them. Death isn't so much a final destination for this guy as it is a carousel of fun that he is in no rush to get off of.
Excellent.
So which of these vampires terrifies you the most? Let us know in the comments below, maybe check out this other video, and subscribe to WatchMojo.